Boo! Hello everyone. Welcome. Tiny, Sanguinary, False, Neuro, Professor Fappington. Hello, Jess. Welcome. Hello everyone. Hello, Cece. Oh, you're so nice. Stop it. I'll take it. I've had a rough day. Not gonna lie. Rough day. Rough day in my universe, but that's okay. Hey! Shit posting on the starting screen? So generous of me. Hi, Mel. You had a rough day too? Okay, we can commiserate. You get comfy, my baby. Oh. Pixel and I had a rough night. She woke up at about 3 a.m. and was coughing. And I realized the humidifier had stopped working. So I had to get up at 3 and settle and put the humidifier on again. And she was fine, but oh my God, I am surviving off very little sleep. And I had so much to do today. And look, I got a bit of it done, but surviving off no sleep is not super fun. High Illuminated. Also, I think I might have accidentally eaten gluten. I'm not sure. Or something I've eaten has not sat well with me. So I feel a bit nauseous. Sad face. But it's okay because I have a cup of tea that will no doubt bring me joy and health and prosperity. I washed all Pixel's blankets to make sure there wasn't any dust or anything on them. Maybe I should give her a wipe down because we did go for a walk. Maybe I should get some wipes. Hi, Tigan. Yeah, warm drinks also warm you up from the inside out. They do. And here I am already planning food for next week, 6 days before I prep. I'm proud of you. That's really good behavior. That's some adult shit. That's some adult shit. I know it's not kennel cough though, nymph. This is a long-term thing. It just got really exacerbated by when she got looked after, and I just haven't been able to get her back to normal. Or less coughing, I guess. Once she falls asleep, she's fine. It's just something triggers it in her, and yeah. So hopefully she just gets comfy, and I might turn that light off, the one that's shining down on her. Hold on. Or I'll just turn it down. That's a bit better. Hi, Vega. I'm all right. Just another day. Another day. It's not a day I felt particularly strong. Bit of a weak day, but that's okay. Bit of a weak day, but I suppose it is a Monday, and Mondays are weekdays, and so having a weekday is fine. Hi, Jason. Oh, no. Hello, Wilfred. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, how is everybody else's day? Philosophically sound? Yeah, I know, I'm really philosophically sound. Yours was good? I'm glad to hear it. Up late working? That's rough. I hope you're getting it done though, and you feel good about it. Hello, Rokus. Welcome on in. Uneventful by comparison. Boring, but sometimes that isn't a bad thing. Definitely not a bad thing. Definitely not a bad thing. Not at all. Chat, I had to write down every little detail about Pixel today for my friends who were looking after her. And I was like, holy shit. This is a lot. Sorry. Have fun. But they're so kind to look after her for me while I'm away. So I wrote down basically everything that's ever happened to her just so. Yes, well, we didn't hit the goals, Dottie. And I'm keeping my secret until I successfully bribe y'all. I'm joking. I'll tell you eventually, even if we don't hit the goals. But yeah, I know. I'm being a filthy capitalist, okay? Mainly because it's just before I go away and I realize I'm about to have 2 weeks off. It's like 15 days. So, no, you didn't miss it. Mandated community service? What do you mean? They offered, my friends offered. 15 days plus the recovery after you get back. I'm really hoping I don't need it because I'm not getting sick. I already had my sickness. Do you know what I mean? I'm not getting sick this time. Or you could post pictures of the rocks you see and see if anyone can guess. I was just going to keep it a secret until I get there. But I love doing packing streams. So you'll get to see the packing stream. And to be honest, I think you have the right idea. I've been thinking I need to plot a trip away this year, something to look forward to. I cannot recommend it enough. Like, there are sacrifices that I've had to make in my life, whether it looks like it or not. And I do not regret it even slightly. I mean, I haven't even been yet, but I just know how good Scotland was for me. And even through like being sick and everything, having something to look forward to. The biggest challenge for me going away is leaving my 9-year-old dog. But we can't really live like that. So I just, yeah. So I just having something to look forward to, a new experience, a new location, something like that is just so valuable. And I just don't realize and it might not be, this is going to sound fucked, but the reason I'm doing it now is because I just don't know how long it will be available for. And it's a little selfish. I will say that. Like, I definitely feel a little selfish. I feel incredibly privileged and grateful, but selfish at the same time, I guess. I'm definitely not going to America. But oh, yes. No. No. Evan, you're my community service. I haven't done Stonehenge, no. I'm seeing different cool rocks this time. Oh, my poor little baby is coughing though. Okay, that's interesting. She's decided to sit on the couch. And I washed those blankets today. Is it just not comfortable enough, darling? What about over here? What if I get you another blanket? What if I get the moose? can have the moose as well. Look at that. What a princess pile for my princess dog. No, I use the Oxy Action Sensitive. So I doubt that would be the case. Enlighten me on the spy law because that's insane. Oh, it's not as insane as it sounds. I was just a really loser kid and I didn't really have that many friends. And so I was fully convinced I was going to be a spy. So when I was young, I would just practice being a spy for fun. I would like hide in cupboards for hours at a time and like do dead drops for myself and put things in trench coat pockets and stuff. So yeah, it's probably not as cool as you think it is. So is your vacation really going to be on the show Taskmaster Australia? No. I'm not going on a TV show. No. Name is Mixel. Pixel Smixel. You forgot the S, Tigan. Why does everybody always forget the S? Everyone always calls me Pixel Mixel and forgets the S. I am leaving the country. I am getting on a plane. And, in an effort to be more like Taylor Swift and destroy the planet. I'm joking. I don't think I'm the reason the planet is, Hey, hi for Mansa. Anybody else who's just joined us, happy Monday. How was your day? My day's a real mixed bag, but look, it's nice to be finally sitting down and fine. Hi, Olda. Pixel's 15 days away is actually her participation on the new season of Alone. Guys, I couldn't go on Alone. I'd lose my goddamn mind. I am not a person who could survive sans internet. I would go mad. Like mad. Well, it hit me today that it's 1934 Germany over here. You're an American. I'm sorry. Yeah. Your descent into fascism is being well documented and is terrifying. So you can't possibly get any crazier. Don't be careful what you wish for, Dottie. I absolutely can. Oh no, I do have an idea, as I have been covering your politics for the last 7 years. So I have some idea. I have a pretty good idea. Hey, Citizen B, welcome on in. Yeah, my content is generally political in nature. He even tweeted and pinned that stupid Napoleon quote. The more concerning thing was when Elon Musk retweeted it with the 14 flags at 11:14. I am also extremely concerned for Ukraine. What? Yeah. Vox, I literally had to go see it with my own eyes and I screenshot it and post. I had to go see it because I was like, surely not. This is too brazen. So, yes, Elon Musk is dog whistling white supremacy consistently now. Not only with the Yahtzee salutes, but with the 14 flags and everything. It's just, yeah. Your college roommates and I are trying to build a platform to counteract the alt-right pipeline. Honestly, your college roommates and you should just be working on building real life community. It's going to matter so much more. The alt-right pipeline online is, I just think online activism is a bit of a lost cause at this point. I want you guys to build community. Like, we need like tangible offline community supports, like really, really, really deep ones. Also, Panda Philist, how did you end up here? Welcome, by the way. It's not even that there's better things you could do to help people. It's that online just isn't having the effect that people, we need community. We need real life. We need real life.
Smixel free will, Smixel love.
RJ, 49 months and a sneaky tier 2 on a Monday? What a way to kick off the week with a tier 2? Stop it. The community, we need tangible community that people know how to reach in like a really tangible in-person way, because that is the support that people are going to need. Yeah, Europe is really at risk. The more I think about the state of global politics, everybody is at risk. Everybody is at risk. And the reality is you're going to see more people swing right as it becomes the safe thing to do in America. You're going to see people succumb to the gaslighting and be like, okay, but it is a really scary time. You're not finished, but a lot of people are going to have to be more uncomfortable than they're willing to be. That's the difficult thing. I saw a really good video. Actually, this is a really good segue into this. We need to watch this together because I knew about this before, but I had entirely forgotten. So I watched it and I was like, you guys need to see this because it's really important. Because
82 years ago, a group of university students wrote...
This is where we're at. And like
82 years ago, a group of university students wrote essays criticizing their fascist government. They distributed these essays among their university and city. This act of spreading words and ideas was deemed so dangerous that these students were arrested and they were tried and executed within a week. This is what they wrote. This is the first leaflet of The White Rose, written by Hans Scholl and Alexander Schmorell. Hans was 24 and Alex was 25 when they were executed by beheading. Nothing is so unworthy of being called a civilized nation as one that allows itself to be governed without opposition by an irresponsible clique that has yielded to base instinct. Is it not true that today every honest German is ashamed of the government? Who among us has any conception of the dimensions of shame that will befall us and our children when one day the veil has fallen from our eyes and the most horrible of crimes, crimes that infinitely outdistant every human measure, reach the light of day? If the German people are already so corrupted and spiritually crushed that they do not raise a hand, frivolously trusting in a questionable faith in lawful order of history, if they surrender man's highest principle, that which raises him above all God's other creatures, his free will, if they abandon the will to take decisive action and turn the wheel of history and thus subject it to their own rational decision, if they are so devoid of all individuality, having already gone so far down the road towards turning into a spiritless and cowardly mass, then yes, they deserve their downfall. Goethe speaks of Germans as tragic people, like the Jews and the Greeks, but today it would appear rather that they are a spineless, will-less herd of hangers-on, who now, the marrow sucked out of their bones, robbed of the center of stability, are waiting to be hounded to their destruction. So it seems, but it is not true. Rather, By means of gradual, treacherous, systemic abuse, the system has put every individual into a spiritual prison. Only now, finding themselves in fetters, have they become aware of their fate. Only a few recognized the threat of ruin, and the reward for their heroic warning was death. We will have more to say about the fate of these persons. If every person waits until someone else makes a start, the messengers of avenging Nemesis will come steadily closer. Then even the last victim will have been cast senselessly into the maw of the insatiable demon. Therefore, every individual conscious of his responsibility as a member of Christian and Western civilization must defend himself as best he can at this late hour. He must work against the scourges of mankind, against fascism and any similar system of totalitarianism. Offer passive resistance. Resistance wherever you may be. Forestall the spread of this atheistic war machine before it is too late, before the last cities have been reduced to rubble like Cologne, and before the nation's last young man has given his blood on some battlefield for the hubris of subhuman. Do not forget that every people deserves the regime it is willing to endure. The leaflet finishes with quotes from Friedrich Schiller and Goethe. These words were deemed so dangerous by the Nazi government that the people who wrote them had to be put to death immediately. When a German citizen was put on trial when they were sentenced to death, they usually had a 90-day waiting period between their sentencing and their execution. This was not existent for the members of the White Rose. These were children, and they did not do anything violent. All they did was write these words.
Is that not eerily reflective and could be used to describe the state of the United States at the moment? And that was in Nazi Germany. No. Okay, this will be good. It's true, Hitler did not have nukes. It's how unwilling people are to give up their comfort or safety. And it's also that a lot of people don't know what to do. And that's the really difficult part. No, try that was that was, I think it's called The Letters of the White Rose or something. Hold on, let me just double check what it is there.
82 years ago, a group of
Yeah, it's like the Essays of the White Rose that were written in Germany during obviously what was going on, and those words are just incredibly applicable to what could happen to people in the US. Like if you think people like Bernie Sanders aren't at risk, they are. But that won't come first, right? Because Trump and Musk right now are still functioning under the guise of a little bit of buffoonery. Like, look at what we're doing, but like, it's serious, but it's obviously serious, but it's not that serious, you know? Like, we're not killing people or anything yet. But the reality is that comes. That is a part. That is a part that comes. And like today, I really did have a moment when I was like, oh shit, when Elon Musk tweeted the 14 flags, which you know exactly what he is doing. He is dog whistling the white supremacists. Anybody who looks at that is like, oh my God, what a patriot, you know, 14 flags. They wouldn't even consider the amount, right? But he posted 14 flags. And there's plausible deniability there. So the 14 words, Maxo, are commonly known as they're 14 words that are phrased to continue the it's white supremacy. You can look it up, but uh it's like you know how online people have 1488, those it's Nazi shit. So um yeah, so they're soft targeting right now. Well, it's not even soft targeting, right? They're really focusing on immigrants and transgender people, because you know they're small groups who don't have a lot of help. Like immigrants in America are not a small group, but imagine every immigrant right now terrified, but everyone's like, "Well, it's not me." You know, oh, they're only getting rid of like the really bad immigrants. No, they're not. They're getting rid of anybody that's undocumented. And there are a lot of undocumented Americans in there because it's so bureaucratic to become documented in the US. And like this is the beginning. Like I'm not trying to scaremonger. It's still there. You just got to scroll back a little bit, Jess. If not, the screenshot of it is on my tweet. You know, a Nazi wouldn't take over America. Last I hear, they fought for them. And from what I hear, Americans are patriotic. Americans are patriotic, but yikes. There is incredibly intense white supremacy in America that is left over from the Confederacy. Um, and you're an idiot if you think otherwise. The US is far more asleep than Germany was. I would agree with you there, Trier. By the way, Trier is commenting on YouTube for those of you who can't see. Basically, the difference is that while there are people writing the same warnings as the white rose today, the US regime doesn't need to execute them. They can just ignore them. The US is more asleep than Germany was. Hey, Scraticus. Hey, Drew. Hi, Danny. Bye, Danny. Not to mention prior to the attack on Pearl Harbor, there were literal Nazi rallies in the US. Yeah, the one at Madison Square Garden. Yep. This is fear-mongering, but it's not. I am incredibly educated about this. You are not paying attention. I do this for a living. Where do you come from? You are not paying attention. You also do this for a living? Okay. That puts you, Pound, that puts you in a really good position to be able to help other people out of that. Because obviously that's a really unique experience. Well, it's not unique, but that puts you in a very good position to do the work that you want to do. Christina, I can see you. Hello. We dunking? Not particularly. We've just got somebody saying everything's fine in the US. It's not. Do you know, I think, you know, there's a lot of sad things going on, but like, a few thousand people were fired from the National Park Service. Well, don't attack me just saying it would be in the news. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. A lot of the news is bought, and a lot of the news is trying not to fearmonger. Elon Musk literally posted 14 flags to Donald Trump saying, "He who saves his country doesn't break the law." The minute Donald Trump defies the courts, which he will, American democracy as we know it is over. Also, have you guys seen this fucking clip? I feel like this clip got fucking buried. I hadn't seen this at all, and I feel like it got so buried.
Well, you can't be.
And I really don't. It's real, but it got so buried. I'm just gonna show you. Ready? Look at this.
Well, you can't be. You can't be president of the U.S. Last time I checked, right? But assume you are.
Not officially.
Not officially. Okay, so you're the unofficial president.
Like, I'm going out. No. Did that get buried? Like, I'm just gonna play it one more time for everyone.
You can't be president of the U.S. Last time I checked, right? But assume you are.
Not officially.
Not officially. Okay, so you're the unofficial president.
It was just in the news, just not in this country. I heard it on British news. Yeah, you might have seen it a while ago, but it got very buried. Like, I can't find a single, like, proper article on it. Or, I had a look, and there's probably some, but there is no, yeah, there's no hiding it. So the whole Republican Party is hush hush. The whole Republican Party do not have a choice at this stage, but you fall in line. The government has no power. Are you American butts? Are you like, the Republicans control the House, the Senate, and there is a Republican majority on the Supreme Court. Trump currently answers to no one. The military will follow, ideally, you hope that they follow the Constitution, right? But the reality is, your Constitution is on its last legs. Trump isn't going to follow the Constitution if he does not respect the ruling of the courts. And you can say, like, time will tell. But I see how you want to phrase this so simplistically, right? Fascism doesn't just happen overnight. Trump doesn't just take over America overnight. You seem purposefully wanting to misunderstand me. This is a repeat? It's not. The political differences between Trump's first presidency and this one are vast. You may never leave. We're stuck here forever. Unfortunately. Wow. It's the end of the road. Chat, that's a free will subscriber in the blue. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Welcome. Is that okay? I don't agree. No, it's not okay. I'm running an authoritarian regime myself right here. One that is both feminist and matriarchal in nature. And unfortunately, if you disagree with me, I don't really like you very much. Now, that being said, you're allowed to disagree me. You're allowed to disagree with me on certain points, right? But, like, you're in denial. Like, do you believe what Trump and Musk are doing now is honestly and truly finding places where they can reduce government spending? Is that what you believe? What people voted for? Yes. Okay. Chat, we're going to go with how American democracy is flawed 101. We're going to, I can read what they've done so far. I have been reading what they've been doing so far because I do it as a job. Do you think cutting 3,000 workers from national parks is a good idea? How do you feel about the environment? How do you feel about gutting the Department of Education? Fully. How do you feel about them accidentally, like, losing nukes? Why did they do it? You tell me. You're so educated about it. You tell me why they did it. You brought it up. You disagree with me. You need to tell me where you disagree. So you need to explain to me why you are glad that Trump is gutting the Department of Education, because you're so educated about it. You have a fully formed opinion. I'm sure someone as educated and intelligent as you wouldn't just be blindly following Trump because you've got a fucking raging hard-on for billionaires. Do you know what I mean? Like, I personally don't have a bootlicking fetish, but if that's your thing, that's okay. But I'm just going to need you to explain it to me. Okay, well, pick a subject then. What is Trump doing that you're happy about? You know, give me something to work with here. I'm not assuming anything. I'm asking you a question. I don't care. And there it is. Why are you here then? If you don't care. You just wanted some attention from a pretty woman on the internet? Well, if it doesn't bother you, why would my fear-mongering bother you? If you don't care. Why would it bother you if you don't care? It shouldn't. Just go live your life. Go back to wherever you live. Because it's not true. I haven't said one untrue thing. Trump did tweet, "A man who saves the country is above the law." Elon Musk did retweet that with 14 flags, which is a dog whistle to white supremacists. Now, fascism looks different. Every time it emerges politically, it looks different. It looked different in Germany. There are similarities. It looked different in Italy. It's looked different in Hungary. It looked different in Sierra Leone. It looks different in every country that it happens. You're talking about authoritarianism, but America is on the way to authoritarianism. Mark my words. I didn't say he's Hitler. He's Trump. He could be worse. So you're an oracle? No, motherfucker, I'm just educated. All you have to do is read. All you have to do is pick up a couple of fucking books. Jesus Christ. You are not educated, Pixel. Thanks, Vincent R. What makes you say that? Go on then. Give me something you believe. Chat, this is happening on YouTube, so we'll have to read out these comments as well. Go on then. Classic woman being wrong. I know. It's so hard. What exactly is your gripe? My gripe. No, I asked you a question. You just said I'm not educated, so tell me what I'm not educated about. Vincent. It's like these people come in and you can barely hold a conversation. No, I need you to define the problem because you're the one who said I'm not intelligent and you're the one watching my content. So you define your problem with me and I'll respond to it. How many bits to ban? Don't worry. I'm sure it won't last long. Do I have a mod on YouTube at the moment? Hey, Will. No, you're 100% right, Solo. You haven't gotten in any specifics. You do realize there are multiple intelligence agencies and US is a part of Five Eyes. Thank you so much. Yes, I do actually know that. You do know that Trump is looking into those multiple intelligence agencies and firing most people that had anything to do with looking into what happened on January 6th. You know, when Donald Trump literally tried to incite an insurrection when he lost in 2020. If you think other countries aren't aware of what's happening, but let me ask you this. What do you think when Trump says Canada should be the 51st state? Is that not making an enemy of one of its supposed allies? I think the stream delay on YouTube is bigger than on Twitch. I can't help it. That's just the way it runs. I'm not feeding a troll, Nom. Let me have the conversations on my stream as I see fit. But same as Greenland. He offered. No, he's not offering. He's threatening. He's threatening. There's a difference. Also, you can't even write in full sentences. I think I'm done here. Because you just, I'm just a little bored. Wipe Canada's debt, lower the taxes. You're so deep. You're so deep. I just don't think I can be bothered having this conversation with you when you can only write 6 words at a time. So I am going to give you an 8-hour timeout. I'll think about maybe dealing with you again in the future. But I'm going to need you to write more than 3 words, 6 words, 8 words at a time. Just so we can have a proper conversation, This is a full-blown house deposit, so... Stop it, you can't give me money when I'm such a cruel woman. Being mean to the men with different opinions to me. You can't give me money. They'll get mad. You can't do that. Thank you for your Prime. Thank you for the 16 months. Hi, Mr. Poop Noodle. Reject. Yes, Vincent, but I don't know you. And I do not care about you. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to tell you this, but you mean absolutely nothing to me. And so why would I have a conversation with you when you came into my YouTube stream and said, I'm not educated? I have been very honest. I have been learning on the internet in front of people for 7 years. And I won't sit here and flex a university degree because I don't fucking have to. But I do have one. Not that that fucking means anything about anyone's intelligence. What? Oh, wow. Hate I gave you a 10. Have a good one? What did I do? What did I do? Did you not realize I was political when you gave me 10 gifted subs? Eek. Also, hi, Frankie. I think they think you were talking to them. Mr. Poop Noodle, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Vincent R. What? You said many things, voiced your opinions, and shit on people that didn't 100% agree. Then you said you're so educated. Yes, Vincent, that's exactly how that went down. You're a genius. Quit. The fuck? What? What the fuck? Why would I quit? Why would I quit when people give me money on the internet to have an opinion? And I'm generally a nice person. I have some radical beliefs, Apparently, like people should have access to like, you know, basic needs and stuff like housing and healthy food and education and accessible health care. And I don't know, I believe in women's bodily autonomy and queer rights. I'm just a bit crazy, you know? So spicy. Well, that's one way to start a Monday. Not the Valentine's Day roast, Evan. Not the Valentine's Day roast. It's your fault for not wearing a turtleneck? Oh my God, what if it is the actual 2 centimeters of cleavage that isn't even cleavage? No, surely not. Surely
It's a
not.
full-blown house deposit, so...
Why would anyone want health care? It stops undertakers and funeral businesses from getting younger customers.
Oh my God, so true. That's so true. I'm going to rethink all of my positions now, Brian. Thank you so much for the 9 months. Loving the new you, a total transformation from the old you. I know I'm so different. Oh dear. SDA. You're tragic. I don't even think you've got 2 brain cells that are coherently rubbing together. So I'm just going to ban you and wish you all the best on your journey. Bye-bye. Hi, Kendricks. Chat, what a spicy start to stream. 3 in a row. Crazy. So spicy. What? It is only fun for a little while. Did somebody ask for 2 brain cells? Hi, Bradman. Welcome. They wouldn't give forehead fringe this much shit. It's true. Maybe I need my fringe back. Except I didn't do my hair today, so it's parted in its natural state. That's really nice, Try. I'm glad you got to say happy birthday to her. No, it's not green tea. I'm off caffeine at the moment. This is ginger and turmeric tea. Anyway, how is everybody else this day? Try got to say happy birthday to his crush. That's nice. You got ready for a meeting? Proud of you. You cut your own hair at the weekend and I look like Lord Farquaad every time. It's fancy. What do you think about CTV? Fucking CTV. Dear old CTV. He told me he voted for Biden. He just plays a character on the internet. He actually told me he voted for Biden. So, yeah. Flew back from Queensland. It was a long weekend and I'm tired, but good. Good weekend though? had to kick my mum up the bum to get her to open up her business account. She got the shop before the business account. Interesting. You went to your daughter's birthday party and ate way too much cake? That's nice, though. Great weekend, family, friends, wrestling, live music. Oh my God, that sounds so good. I have a drain in my neck from a cyst and an oxy because of the pain. Oh my God, that's stressful, Detective Tato. I hope it's working. My weekend was busy. I went to a birthday party, my friend Serena's birthday party. And then I went to Laneway and I was sober the whole time. So it was kind of it's different. It's different. But I had a really good time with my friends. Bradman, that's really exciting about the games. No drain, no pain. No pain, no drain. No drain, no pain. I was happy my corned beef reheated beautifully in the work microwave. Hell yeah, good for you. Did you have a favorite act at Laneway? I wish I could say Charlie XCX because obviously I was there to see her. But the sound wasn't very good. And I just, yeah, the vibes were kind of off. Maybe Claro? Hey, fellow thumb broken person, Scraticus. Lol. Well, my brat summer included being downpoured on by rain. Forlorn, did you fall asleep on your keyboard? Victoria's out of my ADHD medication and I'm feeling rambunctious. Uh-oh. I'm not going to lie. Okay, I want to be very clear with you guys. I'm not anti-medication. As you all know, I was medicated for a very long time. But we are coming up to a point where the less medication you can manage to be on, the safer you are. And that's scary. Like if Trump straight up bans SSRIs, we're in some fucking trouble. Yes, Kiwi Rob, the whole Australian media does seem to be saying that. It wouldn't surprise me, but millennials and Gen Z are expected to make up 50% of the voting population by May. So you never know. Banning the cervical cancer vaccine is so scary. I've had that vaccine, by the way. Also, did you see that they banned schools having mandating, they made it so schools can't mandate vaccinations? I don't know if it's just the COVID vaccination, but the idea that you would be able to go to school unvaccinated, we are going to see polio. We're going to see measles. We're going to see like previously like eradicated diseases. Children are tiny little fucking germ machines. I don't know what to tell you, but if you have ever looked after a toddler, it's really, really scary. There's a measles outbreak. There's a fucking tuberculosis outbreak in Kansas. It's already very bad. Wait, since when do you have to be vaccinated to go to school? You have to be vaccinated to go to public school in Victoria, at least I know for a fact. I think it's Australia-wide, but please correct me if I'm wrong. That's what it is though, Rookie. Well, it won't vary state by state anymore because of the executive order Trump signed if it goes through, Vincent. Yeah, we got vaccines at school too. I got the cervical cancer vaccine at school. Do you know the day I remember at school the most? The day where you go in and you get checked for nits. Does anybody remember the nit check? And it feeling kind of nice when they'd like part your hair and look for nits, but you'd also be sitting there being like, dear God, I hope I don't have nits. Dear God, I hope I don't have nits. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember that? Yes, Almec lice. Yeah, lice. We called them nits here. Hi, Ben. The nit check, you unlocked a core memory. I do what I can for the people, Sushi. Also, if while we're sitting here unlocking things in Australian schools, we don't have like cafeterias in primary schools, but occasionally we'd have hot lunch days during the winter. And so you'd have to put your order in by a Wednesday. And then on a Friday, you'd get a hot lunch, which was like either party pies or a sausage roll. And then you could get like a hot jam donut. And I have very fond memories of that. And then I remember having a full-blown mental breakdown when I forgot to put my order in and didn't get one. And everybody else got one and I didn't get one because I'd forgotten to put my order in. Anyway, that was a sad day. It was really emotional. I don't know if I've ever truly recovered. Brown paper bag with your order in the milk crate. No, that was my school too. Oyster, yeah. Brown paper. They'd walk in with a milk crate and there'd be lots of paper bags in there and they'd have your name on them. And they'd call out your name and they'd be like, okay, here you go. Oh, it's just so delightful. Yeah, we did. We had hot jam donuts in school. It was, well, during the winter and only on a Friday. And then occasionally on a really hot day during the summer, we would get icy poles. like at the end of school. So it would be like 3:15 and we'd all be like lining up to leave school, and the principal would walk out and hand a box of icy poles to each teacher, and we'd all get an icy pole to take home. And the reds would obviously go immediately depending on where you were in the line or whatever. But I just remember wanting any color other than orange. But mostly I wanted green. I just wanted a green icy pole. Green icy poles. Oh, delicious. Oh yeah, they were not expensive. These were not expensive icy poles, that's for sure. They were just home brand. There was no blue flavor in these ones. Just traditional lemonade flavor for you, Illuminated. I too hated orange. I don't know what Otter Pops are. I guess they must be an American thing. Professor Fappington scammed. I could eat an icy pole. I do have one in the freezer. I just don't know if I should. Oh, they're like super dupers. Nymph. Not you just trying to rip your way into Sunny Boy. No, I think I'm just gonna ban both. Tiny, can you ban Vincent off YouTube? I just I don't really like that. Do you know what I mean? Chat, I think I found my way into like some right-wing fucking Discord or some shit. That's what it's giving. No, the icy pole in my freezer is called a frosty fruit. It's like tropical flavor. You have watermelon juices? Yum. Chat, I just don't feel the need to be right about anything, and I don't really feel the need to overly engage with those people because time will tell. Time will tell. But there are people who are really uneducated and there are people who are really hateful, and like I really do try to vigorously test my bubble, like constantly, and engage with people, especially outside of the internet. But yeah. Me, I'm really uneducated. Chat, this guy's in my DMs. You're gonna fucking shit your pants. Hi, I write in short form because that's how briefs are written. Execs do not have time to read 500-word emails when they receive 1,000 emails a day. Block. Stop. That's so funny. That's so funny. That's so funny. This is I'm a Navy SEAL energy. I know, right? I know. Louis. Time will tell. It will be too late. That is the problem. The USA is being dismantled so quickly and the courts are slow. I know. Fire Eater. We just have to deal with the situation that is in front of us on any given day. You organize the best you can in your community and keep your ear to the ground and make sure you have communication with people around you. That is probably through like Telegram and other ways. And then you start building your life. You build your life and you try and make it as robust as possible. And that's all you can do. That's really all you can do. You look after your health to the best of your ability. You educate yourself to the best of your ability across the board. I'm talking nutrition. I'm talking having books on gardening. I'm like, there are things that you should know. There is information that will be lost. I know it. The AP News is not going to bend the knee. I'm glad to hear it, Will. But like, I'm not, when I tell you to educate yourself, I'm not necessarily telling you to educate yourself about politics all the time. That's not what I'm saying, because like you'll go fucking crazy, right? You will. You'll go mad. What I'm telling you to do is to learn things about nutrition, or to learn things about first aid, or I personally can't do anything with my hands. I'm a little disabled. So knitting's not for me. Like those sorts of things are not for me. But, I have been trying to cook and learn, and, I'm not necessarily telling you to prep, but I'm telling you that you are just going to have to like pull your shit together. And I know this is sounding awfully right wing. It's not. But you can't let the systemic issues that we are facing, and they will get worse, right? Like you basically have a fascist in the White House right now. You can't let the systemic issues just freeze you. I'm telling you to expand your scope. You can't let it freeze you. I mean, I get frozen sometimes. Everybody gets frozen sometimes, but you've just got to get your ass out of bed most days. Figure out a way to make a little bit of money still if you can, and then you go from there, and then just pay attention to what's going on. Only one fascist in the White House? Sorry. It's true. There's more than one. Hey, I'm still fucking working my way through the origins of totalitarianism. It's so fucking dry though, and it's very hard for me to concentrate. But I try, okay? I read like 2 pages a day at the moment. Is it sinking in? I don't know. Maybe Vincent was right, and I am uneducated and dumb. I can't believe you all listen to a dumb woman. I am kind of dumb. Like, I'm not as smart as some of the other people I know. I definitely don't remember things in a specific way, the same way as some other people do. But I'm very good at linking things and overall vibes. It's worse, I give money to a dumb woman. Or is that fun? Chat, try it today. I've heard it's fun. Lol. Cornish, I do think some of those skills should be absolutely taught still in school, but they just shouldn't be gendered. You know, you should be able to pick what you want to do. They should be electives. You can do metal and sewing if you want, or you can do cooking and woodwork. They just shouldn't be gendered. But I do remember that as well. Hi, Peeves. You're welcome, Citizen B. I haven't been around much, but I've kept my sub just to assure my place in Pixel's authoritarian government when eventually rises to power. Warblazer, I'm not going to lie, you're my favorite kind of chatter. Unwavering support and for my authoritarian government, and I'm really grateful. And you don't even request any emotional labor from me? Stop. Stop. You're so good to me. Did the alert not come through on YouTube? Hold. This could be my fault. Oh, Bradman, thank you for this super chat. I'm sorry, the alerts are still not working. I'll get someone who is moderated in Stream Elements to fix them at some stage, because I struggle with YouTube. Thank you so much for the super chat. When's your ebook manifesto coming for us to follow? Yeah. I don't know. Probably just before I do something dumb. Always point out if I miss an alert, especially if I don't have my headset on. But I took it off. It was annoying my ears. No, Nam, sometimes I struggle with people's names. Are we like the goose-stepping hyenas and you're like Scar in The Lion King? Yeah, suppose. Deception, disgrace. What else did I have here? I get a bigger percentage from Twitch at the moment. But the biggest percentage I get is if you just go direct to Stream Elements. It only takes a little fee. PayPal only takes a little fee.
And realize very quickly how wonderful
Jinx! Thanks for the raid, Queen. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. I hope you are good. I don't know who Courtney Barnett is. Hey, Synestia. Ko-Fi best service. I mean, look, yeah. I just don't have anything to post Battlemaster on Ko-Fi. I'm doing great. Have a lovely stream. You too. Oh, well, I hope you had a lovely stream, but go chill. Enjoy your late night.
For crying out loud.
Hi, I have included a little extra for the fee.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Famous for the 1337. I just left here and got raided back in. Was I boring? Why did you leave? That's so cunty of you. And then to tell me that I was boring? Oh my god, I'm so insecure. I'll never recover. Just, what the fuck?
Bye!
Bagicthy Turk gifted a tier 1 sub to Tixon.
Yeah, thank you for the gifted sub. Pix, you can't be this needy on a Monday. But, okay, just hear me out, right? My dog had a really bad coughing night. She's beautiful now, but she had a really bad coughing night, okay? And I didn't get very much sleep, and I had a lot to do today. Xenomonic, I'm not telling you what this channel is about. You've been here long enough. Figure it out. I didn't have... I know, these are very, very not problems, okay? But then I think I also might have accidentally eaten gluten, and so I don't feel very well. And then I did watch a couple of the SNL skits, but like also I'm very tired at the moment, and so walking my dog actually takes a lot out of me. And I know that whatever. I'm not physically well. I've got a lot of stress going on, and I didn't get any sleep last night, and I need a nap. Okay? And I have no dopamine. Okay? I can't have coffee. I can't have gluten. I can't have dairy. It's all low FODMAP. I can't have any sugar. I'm fucking suffering. And it's the same as yesterday. And the day before that. And the day before that. And I'm going a little crazy because and so, yes, I am a little bit more needy than usual. Sorry. Sounds like you need a hug. Yeah. 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 I'm going to visit my mum on Thursday. So I'll get a hug. I'm not having a meltdown. I'm fine. I wish I could go to a daily infrared sauna. Vega. That's my dream. Oh, you're doing low FODMAP. If you need any tricks to how to get around it, let me know. Honestly, I'm just trying to fix my tummy at the moment by reducing as many irritants as possible. We are not friends, Brett. There's no text-to-speech when you try and scare me. In the wise words of Bluey, the show must go on. It's true. And the show does go on. That's why I'm still here. Yes, and you should be grateful that I haven't built myself a nest yet. All right? We haven't reached full nest breakdown levels. So that's pretty cool. Wait, is any caffeine FODMAP? I don't think so, really. You can introduce stuff again once you're healed, but if you're new here, guys, I got fucked by pneumonia and my whole body just has yet to recover. That's my problem. When my body is stressed, my digestive system goes, guess what? We hate food. But could you figure out what food? No. Sorry. So yeah, that's why. 3 interviews and no job offers in the past 2 weeks. That's hard, false. Keep at it. I know it's so demoralizing. No, we're not on Nest Watch. No, we're on goal hitting watch so I can tell you my secret. I've become a bribery girl. I figured if the men can do it, I can do it too. And it feels particularly authoritarian. I'm stepping into character. That's right. Gift subs today to find out where I'm going on holiday tomorrow. That doesn't sound very progressive, does it? But I swear it probably is, kind of, sort of. No, it won't work. Landa, thanks for helping that stick.
486 gifted a tier 1 sub to Balthazar Regent.
Yeah, Blue Sky, I give her honey sometimes. But no, honey is high FODMAP for me. And so my dog, they don't know. I've had lots of different diagnoses for Pixel. But she's had her cough a really long time. It could be collapsing trachea. They thought it was heart disease. Not an on, thank you. Hate you, but thank you. Not the 666 alert, guys. I swear to God. Bribery girl sounds badass. I know I'm such a baddie. Not the point. If the men learn that you can mimic their authoritarianism with a coquettish twist, they will inform the church. Let them. I was playing Resident Evil, kiddo. Chili.
It's Chili
Gifting a sub
gifted
to
a tier 1 sub
bribery.
to bribery. They have given
Oh my
16
God.
gift subs in the channel.
I feel so bribed. What the fuck? Thank you so much. But to answer your question, Blue Sky Yet, I've had lots of diagnoses for Pixel, but they're all wrong. My guess is it's a collapsing trachea with a side of allergies. They get worse over the hot periods here in Australia. But she's also just old. I have an old dog now. This is just what it is, you know? And apparently dogs' coughs sound worse than they generally are. She eats, she drinks, she plays, she's genuinely happy. When that is not the case, I will... whatever. You know? But she's had it for a while, but she got looked after, and the person who looked after her fed her human food, and she came back with an ear infection and allergies on her body, and just, it was just, yeah. Anyway, so my friends are looking after her when I go away, which is really nice. Oh my God, you did a hype train? Wow, so hype. I'm the hypest. The hypiest hype girl you've ever seen. Do you want to find out my secret? Chat, is today the day we find out where I'm going? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? She's 9, Orion. I'm going to have a birthday party for her when I get back. Like, I could have Pixel for another 5 years, maybe. It's not long enough. I don't want to think about it anymore. I pre-grieve my soul dog far too often. And so I've worked really hard to not spend all my time pre-grieving my dog because I just love her so much. I just don't know if I will ever experience. She's just, she's just everything. So I try really hard just to give her a really good life, and that's about it. I'll take a little bit of time in between B-Man. But I don't think I could survive without a dog. I think I'd want to die. I'm not even being dramatic. Like I would probably take a minute. But I think I would, yeah, I don't think I could live without a dog. If it makes it better, your dog isn't going to pre-grieve. She's just going to enjoy her life with her best friend. Well, this is the thing, right? Your dog has to die first. Because at least, you were there for them their whole life. Chat, we can't talk about this. I'm going to cry. Move on. We need to talk about something else. I'm leaving for 2 weeks soon and my dog isn't like that healthy. So we need to talk about something else or I'm going to cry. How do you feel about snoods? The same way I feel about floppy penises. They're weird looking. What engine are you going with now, Distron? How's the weather? It was a really beautiful day today, and I went on a really beautiful walk. And Grey
Just
Blue
supporting.
won 4 years. Outrageous behavior by you. Thank you so much.
Like, I could not tell you the last time I paid for anything.
Okay, secret time. Can't cry while we're spilling
No,
secrets
you've
and
scammed
sipping
yourself,
tea.
Bradman.
Zany face. Zany face.
God, Matt, you've really put me in a really bitchy position. It's both goals at the same time. And now I just seem like an ungrateful scam artist.
Guys, it's not a cult. You can't just tell everybody it's a cult when they first come in. You'll scare
I
them
swear
off.
to
It's
God.
community, guys.
What the
Community.
fuck? Thank you for the $100. That's so generous. And Grey Blue One, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Did you kick us over to level 2? Oh, you did. Oh, look, there's a chance for you, chat. Hope lives on. This is a hot mess. No, I'm actually not messy. Do you know I did something nice today, though? Oh, no, this sounds like virtue signaling. I'm not telling
Guys,
you.
it's not
I
a
can't
cult.
tell you.
You can't just tell
Blue!
everybody it's a cult when they first come in. You'll scare them
Stop
off.
it.
It's a community, guys. Community.
Stop. Oh my God. I feel like a man. Wow. Is this what it's like to be a scammy man? Wow. Oh, God. Man, I feel like a scammer. Dun, 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 dun. We're bribing him tonight. It's kind of alright. We're gonna try to hit the sub count. Gonna make some noise, really raise my voice, ban anyone who's annoying. The best thing about being a woman is pretending to be a scammy man on the internet. Woo! Sorry. That's embarrassing.
Cuba _the_ board gifted a tier 1 sub to Scam. They have given 61 gift subs in the channel.
Scamé. Scamé. That's like the fancy scam. Are you saying that I'm like really fancy and nice? Thank you. That makes me feel like I'm doing it in like a classy way, but I swear I'm not that classy, so please don't chop my head off when we revolt, you know?
Guys, it's not a cult. You can't just tell everybody it's a cult when they first come in. You'll scare them off.
Whoa, I'm totally scamming. Forget I am jamming. I'm just sitting scamming.
It's not a cult.
Whoa, wanna go wild? Yeah, I'm doing it in style. Whoa. Sorry, that's so embarrassing. Oh, now I have to do it in Irish. Oi, 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 oi. No, I don't know how to sing in Irish. Anyway, thanks so much, everyone. Oh my god, Thomas, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. And Gay Elephant, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. That's so nice. And Destron, you gave me a 5 as well. Oh, that's so nice. Thanks so much, everybody. And wow, what an Irish accent. What a such a time. That's so nice. Oh, Kuba, did you not like my Irish accent? You just wanted to get rid of it? I can't believe you did that. That's really... I mean, it was so good. It was going so well. That was the first time I gave more than 1 sub at a time. Oh no, why have you done this? Is this a slippery slope? Thank you so much. That's so generous. Thank you. And Kuba and Gay Elephant and Famas with the 10 and Blue and Grey Blue one. Stop, it's all of you. Crazy. Is this socialism? You're all joining in. That's crazy. Do you know when you do this, they do picture you all like in a circle holding hands? Like skipping. That's how I see it. Like I just picture you, like when you all like jump on board the train. I just picture you all really happy, holding hands, skipping around in a circle. You see, that's where the trouble began. If we hit tier 5, can we engage central planning? What does that mean?
Guys, it's not a cult. You can't just tell everybody it's a cult.
Callie.
You'll scare them off. It's a community.
My. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. That's extremely generous of you. Chat, you know what you've gone and done it now. I was literally just like, I'm going to bribe everyone. I'm going to withhold information and use it as a bribe. And now you validated me. Look what you've done.
It's a cult when they first come in. You'll scare them off. It's a community,
Chat,
guys. Community.
you really, what, like you've rewarded my bad, terrible behavior. And now I'm just going to be a baddie forever. I'm not going to say that. I'm a baddie girl. A level away from Uwu. Yep, level 6 is Uwu. Hopefully we just missed that. Really? If we could. Because that'd be probably relatively preferable.
Guys, it's not a cult.
Oh, I love
can't
being
just tell
picked by the
everybody
free
it's a cult.
market.
When they first come in, you'll scare them off. It's a community, guys. Community. Keep it.
The free market,
Casual.
the gays. I'm chosen by everyone and no one all at once. Ari, 62 months. Stakey, thank you for the
Thanks to
5
Ed
gifted.
McCatboy
Gay
for my
Elephant, thank you
sub-gift.
for the 5 gifted. You're now holding hands too. What have I been enabling while I wasn't watching? Only good things. Don't ask questions you don't need the answers to. Alright? What do you think this is? Freedom of information? It technically is, because I am about to tell you. Because unironically, you've done the impossible. You're probably going to hit both goals. At least before the end of stream, which means there will be some freedom of information. So, holding hands, does that mean one of us is pregnant? If that's what you want it to mean, Brian.
Guys, it's not a cult. You can't just tell
Warblazer.
everybody it's a cult when they first come in. You'll scare them off. It's a community, guys. Community. Keep it
Yes.
peaceful.
I know. Look at you all trying to get in on the Freedom of Information Act. The request is coming from inside the community. What do I have to do? Gatekeep all my content? Seems kind of fuggy. Seems kind of capitalist. I won't do that. Oh, fuck. Is it Uwu voice time? Did we hit?
Anyway, thank you so much, Warblazer, for the 5 gifted subs. That's so fun. I feel like it's probably kind of obvious that I have maybe never forayed into being a Discord kitten. But I do try my best to try sometimes for the
You can't just tell
memes.
everybody it's a cult when they first come
Oh
in.
my
You'll scare 'em off.
gosh!
It's a community.
Another 5?
Please, keep it
Thank you, Lou. I'd just like to take this moment to speak to my parents if either of you are watching. I'm sorry. It's really good. I'm not telling you where I'm going in Uber. I'm going to turn down this hype train and then I will tell you in my regular voice. You know? That would be, I can't do that. That would be so silly of me. Can you go any higher? I don't know how to speak any higher than this. How do you speak higher? I don't know. Honestly, it's actually really hard for me to talk this high. It's actually quite uncomfortable. Imagine I was going to Japan. That would be so funny in this voice. That would be so funny. What we need is a gifter with absurd disposable income to save us from this. This one time. I'll forgive a billionaire if they help. Aw, I don't think we should be forgiving billionaires. Even if they do save you from my accent, I just don't know if that's enough to forgive them. For so much what's the word again? I forgot it. Oh, exploitation. Free me. My dog must think I'm an absolute fucking freak. Which is probably not that far from the truth if we're being honest, but oh well. This awakens aggressions in me I didn't know I had because it's so fucked up. Oh my god, I so get it. I do. Isn't it annoying? I thought the Uwa voice would be different to this. I don't actually know how to do a proper Uwa voice. I don't know what it's supposed to be anyway because I've never really practiced. You know? And this just doesn't really come naturally to me.
Ouch, my freaking ears.
That's really so valid, Nam. Thanks for the $5. That's really valid. I don't know what it's for. Oh, thank God. Wow, chat, you gone and done it. You gone and done it. We're clear. Thank you. That's very generous, you guys. Can't believe you supported my bribery. I feel evil and powerful. It's the most joy I've felt in days. Nats Ferratu, what a username. Yeah, a little bit. So, I suppose I gotta tell you some things now. My big old secret that I've been keeping for months and months. Well, you all know I've been going on a holiday. But nobody knows where I'm going. Do you want to guess, chat? Do you want to throw out some guesses? Alaska. You wanna throw out some guesses? I'm leaving in 2 weeks, and I am going to Africa. Wow, I was gonna guess you had a job at Doge. Now where do you think I'm going, chat? Where in Africa do you think I'm going? Define Africa. It has to be DJ Booty. Citizen B, you are correct. I am going to Morocco. I am going to Morocco. Do they gamble in Morocco?
No, that's Monaco. Punky. Morocco and Monaco are two different places. Guys. It is going to be an experience. Yeah. It's obviously something very different to Scotland. I am going a few different places. Please tell me you're going with someone. Well, I was going alone, actually. Because obviously I got back from Scotland and I was like, okay, I'm gonna need something to look forward to so I don't fucking and I was booking it and yeah, I was going alone. And then my friend asked if she could come with me. So I am going with my friend Claire. And I'm very excited to go. But Vox, I think I would be fine alone. I'm not scared. Like I'm really not. So yeah, that's where I'm going. If you can believe it. I haven't spoken to Denims, no. We don't really talk. Did you accidentally book another sex hotel? Stay tuned, we'll find out together. Don't think so. Don't think so. I cannot believe it. What, that I'm going to Africa? Me neither. Me neither. So, yeah. Yes, I did accidentally book a sex hotel in Scotland. You've all heard this story. Stop it. Box, I think I'm going on a tour, right? So I'll be with a tour guide and like there will be other people around. So one, that's, you know, and I'm not scared. I've had my vaccinations. This is actually kind of fucked, right? So I did have my vaccinations. You would all remember I had my vaccinations, right? I had typhoid and Hep A just before I got fucking sick at Christmas. So I think this is why it's taken my immune system so long to just, like, it's not better yet. Because I got all the vaccinations I needed, but then I got sick. And so I just think it would have been whatever. I'm not really scared, Half Deck. I can handle a rough tummy if I need to. I've been handling it for a month, so I'm not really stressed. But yes, no, I did accidentally book a sex hotel in Scotland. It was called House of Gods, which, looking back, the name should have been a giveaway. I, personally, just wanted to stay in a pretty authentic Scottish room with like velvet and like a 4-poster bed. You know, I was going for the vibes. It wasn't until walking in, though, that I kind of realized what was going on. chat, I didn't know so many of you didn't know this story. So I get there and I know they're all velvet rooms. I get there and there's a couple sitting on the couch rekindling their romance or whatever. I don't fucking know. And there's like the entryway is a bar. And I'm like, okay. So then I go in and I get my room and they walk me through and then I realize what's going on because there's mirrors. There's a mirror on the back of the door in the bathroom facing the shower. There's a mirror at the end of the bed, right? This story gets better, by the way. So one of the beautiful chatters here had told me that before my tour, I would need cash. To be able to like buy things on like in some of the more rural locations in Scotland. And so I'd gotten out a bit of cash in my wallet. Anyway, so I'm there for one night and I'm checking out the next day. And she's like, oh, that'll be whatever. And it's like one of the bookings where I put down my card, but I've got to pay for it with my card. And so I open my wallet to get my card out and there's just a wad of cash in there. And we both just kind of make eye contact. We both just make eye contact and then I just pay for my room and I leave and I go on my tour straight out the sex hotel. Look, it was an accident, but I booked all my stuff before I left for Scotland. So then I'd also booked that hotel for after the tour. So then I get back from the tour. And I go back to the sex hotel. Because that's the room I booked. That's the room I booked. So I go back. And I walk in. And she sees me again. She's this lovely, she's got a look about her. I don't know how to describe it, but she's got a very sexual look about her. Anyway, I get a room upgrade this time. So this time, I walk through to whatever room they've put me in this fucking sex hotel for the second time. And she's like, you got any plans this evening? And I'm like, no, just a big sleep. I go into my new upgraded room and I lie down on the bed. And not only is there a mirror at the end of the bed this time, but there's one on the fucking roof. So I'm literally lying there. Anyway, I called my mum. I showed her the room. And, we laughed for a very long time. I don't know what was on the mattress. Do you really think I was going to go over that room with a black light? No. I was just like, we survive, okay? And then I left the sex hotel the next day. And you know what, chat? I left with a good fucking story. All right? Okay? All right. So, anyway, You haven't lived until you've accidentally booked a sex hotel, chat. Now, chat. So there are things in Morocco that are kind of similar. Not really. But there is apparently a kind of massage that you get in Morocco that is quite the experience. And I feel like I have to have one just for the experience. Now, women do it because it's obviously all gendered. So, you know, that makes me okay. As somebody who has been sexually assaulted in a massage, though, I think I'll be okay. I don't think it's a happy ending kind of thing. I just think it's an intense kind of thing. Yeah, I do think you all like get naked and stuff. I'm not sure. But yeah. The only activity I'm definitely not doing is rock climbing because obviously my hands. I'm not sharing a room, no, with my friend. I am neurodivergent, chat, in some way. And if I do not have like alone recharge time, I will become everyone's problem. Murderous. Potentially nonverbal and murderous. So no, we're not sharing a room or anything. We're sharing a room for 3 days at one point, but I don't think that will be a problem. Because on the way home, I am spending 3 days in Barcelona. Why? Because it's just over the water. It's a good way to get home. And I really want to go back and eat some of those green peppers that are like char grilled. So basically, I'm not even really going to do a lot of the touristy stuff in Barcelona. I am just going to relax and go. Well, see, Citizen B, I haven't watched the movie Casablanca yet. I've seen it once before, but I haven't watched it yet. I've been waiting to watch it. So Russ, I don't need any sort of diagnosis from me right now. I cope okay. I don't and have never wanted. I think I got diagnosed with something when I was young. But I'm not really like, look, I think it's obvious to anybody who's anybody that I've probably always been neurodivergent of some description. What that is, I just don't care. I dined at Rick's in Casablanca a couple of years ago. It's nice as a tourist spot, not super interesting though. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I've got a little bit more research to do. A lot of it is planned. I am going into the desert. That is probably what I am most excited about at this stage. Because I don't know, I've never been to a desert before. So that's pretty exciting. I'll keep an eye out for oasis. It'll be cold at night. Yeah, I have jacket problems. I basically have everything I need to go, except a jacket. I think I'm going to go steal my mum's. My mum's got like a Kathmandu jacket that she said I could borrow. And I'm taking a thermal for the desert. But yeah, apparently it's very cold. Chat, you've got to have stories. And if anybody was wondering what I did, I haven't had my hair done since getting back from Scotland. I haven't had my hair done, which has saved me a lot of money. And I've been really budgeting. And I ended up paying off the trip completely just before I got sick at Christmas. And if I hadn't have got sick at Christmas, I would have been 2 months ahead in bills. I'm currently only 1 month ahead in bills, but that's okay. But if I hadn't have got sick, my finances I would have been 2 months ahead. So that would have been pretty slay. But I did this in a really responsible way. I gave up Uber Eats. I haven't ordered very much food. I've been, yeah, it's because I couldn't stream, and you don't get sick leave, and then you have 3 lost weeks of income. I'm not going to lie, you've all been very generous to me anyway, since I bribed you. But yeah. It helps that you didn't buy an Eras tour ticket for this trip. It's very true. Yeah, I'm really excited to take some photos, but again, I don't have a camera. I'm just taking my trusty little phone. So you'll get photos, but they'll just be of phone quality. I'm not taking my friend's camera. I'm taking my friend's DJI 3 Osmo, whatever. Wow, that's a really beautiful photo. I mean, that's what I mean. Phone quality is fine anyway. Chat, why am I itchy? Am I dying? Do I have a rash? No, it's fine. Night, Tiny. It's not worth it, Destron. Is that left side mirrored? This is my right side. But it's just like itchy on my rib. Chat, what does it mean if you're itchy on your rib? Am I dying? Oh, there is a like... Oh, that's probably just from where I scratched it. That or I'm dying. Fleas? Did we get fleas? Surely we didn't get fleas. It's probably terminal. It's a symptom of heart problems. Wait, your liver is here? I thought your liver was like here somewhere. Your liver is up here under your rib? On your right side? Wait, your liver is under your rib on your right side. Oh my God, I'm dying. Guys! I have to go look in a mirror. Chat, I think it's probably just like a little rash from something. I don't know. But I just put a little bit of cortisone on it so that I don't freak out. Has my skin changed? Does it look like my liver's working? You would tell me if I started to look yellow, right? It's true, I didn't get very much sleep last night. If the cortisone doesn't work, you're probably dying. Dottie, you're so fucked. You're so fucked. You're so fucked. You're probably already dead, no need to worry. We would tell you. We can't tell in this lighting. Don't tease the hypervigilant overthinker. I really didn't sleep well, okay? You know what I think it's time for, chat? You know what I think it's time for? It's time for me to go squeeze my orange juice. But when I come back, I think we should check out if Nietzsche was actually woke. Thoughts? We'll do the new philosophy tube. And we'll see if Nietzsche was actually woke. It's okay, chat. Orange juice cures tuberculosis. Okay, but you all have to be patient with me because I've got to go chop up 2 oranges and squeeze them and then put an ice block in the glass. Or I'll be right back. Okay, you can time me if you want. Night, Citizen B. I'll be right back with my juice. This vid is odd. She filmed it like a TikTok. Okay, interesting.
thought you guys might like to see how I squeeze my orange juice. Look, why does it look like a Mexican hat? But I just squeeze it on one of these. Do you know is that how everyone does it? And 2 oranges get 3/4 of a cup, basically. I felt like since I was having a treat, Pixel should get one too. Is it? Oh, you are such a good girl. I love you. You are so good. Where's your ice cream? Where's your ice cream? Oh, first time. Good girl. Her name is Pixel. I named my Twitch channel after her. She's 1 year older than me, Twitch-wise. So that's how this came about. Cheers, guys. Oh my god. It's just a bag of Valencia oranges. I just bought a bag of Valencia oranges from the supermarket. Oh my god, I almost stopped the stream. Oopsies. But yeah, they're just Valencia ones. I have usually these glasses I don't use, but I've realized when you have orange juice, the glasses that I have that have the ribs in them that I usually drink out of, the orange little bits get stuck in the grooves and they're harder to wash, whereas these ones just get cleaned by the dishwasher. So, baby. All right, let's do this. Surely you'd get more pleasure from the other cups, No, because the cleaning is just a lot, you know?
Friedrich Nietzsche.
All right, let's find out. Was Nietzsche woke? Was Nietzsche just like us? Woke? We good to go?
Friedrich Nietzsche was a 19th century German philosopher. His work is often sold as self-help, but he's extremely controversial. So today, we are going to answer the most important question of all. Is this guy woke? I have the answer right here, in this envelope. I'm going to open it at the end and reveal it. But for now, let's see if we can figure it out together. In super general terms, Nietzsche thought that society has gone wrong. It's all gone bad, we've gone off the rails, and we need to fix it. So his
That feels so relatable, Nietzsche.
project was to try and diagnose how that happened and recommend some solutions. He was a culture warrior. He wrote a lot of stuff about popular art and music and what they say about society. So he was kind of on some Jordan Peterson shit, which is immediately giving not woke. He lived
Oh, God.
in Germany, and he died in 1900. And do you know who was a big fan of Friedrich Nietzsche? That's right. Hitler. And
Uh-oh.
Mussolini. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I think we can all agree that on the woke, not woke scale, Hitler, not woke. But after the war, a German philosopher called Martin Heidegger said that the Nazis had misinterpreted Nietzsche and that he was actually woke all along. And then in the 1950s, he had a big influence on Michel Foucault and postmodernism.
Ah, closer. Closer to closer.
In the 1990s, some right-wing writers
Yes, this is niche because, yes, they did hang Mussolini upside down. That's a niche little joke in there, isn't it, really?
like Dinesh D'Souza said that Friedrich Nietzsche was secretly turning college students woke via Foucault and postmodernism. At the same time, some other right-wing writers, like Naomi Wolf, said that Nietzsche wasn't woke, but they thought it was a good thing. Nietzsche wrote a lot about resentment and how people can stew on resentment. And writers like Wolf
Oh my God, he's so relatable.
thought that feminism had become too whiny, too focused on victimhood and virtue signaling, and they thought that women should be tough again, and they used Nietzsche in their arguments. Meanwhile, in France, the next generation of French philosophers said that Nietzsche was
Not the cast of Star Trek.
not woke, and they thought it was very bad, but the next generation of British philosophers said that he was secretly woke all along. And then, just to put the icing on the cake, in 2017, Martin Heidegger's private notebooks were translated, and we discovered that Heidegger was a Nazi who tried to hide after the war.
A secret Nazi?
So his original reevaluation of
A lot of those at the moment too, hey?
Nietzsche might have been an attempt to cover his own ass and say that he was woke, even though he was actually a big fan of Hitler. So how come there's been all this debate? Well, because Nietzsche is tricky. Normally, when we learn about a philosopher, their work is framed as an argument, like Socrates says X and therefore Y. But it's kind of
Is that I think, therefore I am? I don't even know. It all blurs together for me. Was that Socrates? Who was that again? That's Descartes, okay. See? God damn it. Well, it's close.
hard to do that with Nietzsche because his stuff is so weird. Some of it is written as straightforward essays, some of it is like collections of sayings, some of it is like its own genre of weird artsy stuff. This book, The Will to Power, has Friedrich Nietzsche's name on it, but it was actually assembled posthumously from all of his various scribblings. It's sometimes pretty unclear what Nietzsche's actually trying to say. This video is deliberately written and performed to mirror the experience of reading Nietzsche for the first time. And there's like a lot of stuff suddenly getting thrown at you, and it's a little bit chaotic and weird, and it's kind of visceral in a little bit of a bodily way. But then it all sort of comes together towards the end and starts to make sense. The question also arises, do we count everything that Nietzsche ever wrote, including his private letters and his notebooks? Or do we only count the things that he himself published? Philosophers disagree on that question. For the sake of completeness, I'm just going to count all of it.
Chat, I'm not sure if we should, take as biblical the stuff that I've written down in my journal. Seems... I don't know. Do you know what's fucked? Chat, I really only write in my journal when I'm trying hard to cope. Right? And it's not balanced with my journal is not a balanced depiction of who I am. My journal is, I'm feeling very bad, got to figure this out. And so my journal is not reflective of my illuminated thoughts, shall we say.
Nietzsche had a big influence on Sigmund Freud. That's therapy, psychoanalysis, woke. You see, Nietzsche's solution to the problems of society was that we need to achieve a personal psychological transformation.
I'm there. I'm on board. I'm so ready for my own personal psychological transformation. I believe that will happen to me in the desert. This is what I go looking for. Personal psychological transformation at the hands of different kinds of rocks.
He wrote a lot of stuff about how society shapes the minds of the people that live under it. He also talked a lot about how our desires get squished down inside us by the rules of civilization. Here's a delicious example. This is an almond croissant. It's carbs. And it's
not croissant. Guys, a croissant. Not a croissant. Okay, I have a hot take. I don't like almond croissants. I think they taste bad. I would pick a plain croissant over an almond croissant any day. I don't like them. They taste bad. I don't like them. They taste bad.
Sugar, fantastic.
I
desire this.
I vehemently disagree.
I want this, but I really, really wish that I didn't. I actually have some problems with disordered eating. I have for years. I value carbs and sugar extremely negatively, and I avoid them as a rule, as a strict rule of how I live my life. But that doesn't make me happy. And it also doesn't eliminate my cravings, because when you set something up as a rule of how you live your life, as like a central plank of who you are, then it's always with you. You're carrying that craving all the time. So I have guilt, I have shame, I have internal conflict, and I'm all...
And I have a rash on my right rib that is probably indicative of liver disease. Abby, we've all got problems. Chat, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm losing it!
Torn up inside because I've based my life around a simultaneous rejection of and craving for the almond croissant. So what's the solution here? Well, could I start thinking differently? Why do I value carbs and sugar as a negative thing? Where did I get that idea from? Who told me that? Could I come to value them differently? Like, could I see this as maybe a good thing, like a nice treat? Or could I even just regard it as neutral, as just like food? By doing that, Could I undergo a personal psychological transformation? Could I remake myself and become a different kind of person? Well, there's a...
Chat, do you think you can remake yourself? I don't know if you can. I don't know if human beings can change all that much. Like, we change a little bit over our lives, but the amount of times I've tried to change being awkward, I'm just not sure if it's possible. But stay tuned, maybe.
The word for that, the word is genealogy. It means tracing the line of descent, trying to trace where your values and ideas come from. And oh, look at this! It's a book by Friedrich Nietzsche called On the Genealogy of Morals.
Oh!
Society has gone wrong, we've gone off the rails because we value the wrong things. We've all got...
I do think that there are a lot of people, including me probably sometimes, who value the wrong things. Capitalism has absolutely fucking ruined that for a lot of people. Like, if you ever find yourself wanting a fucking fancy handbag as a status symbol, I do think in some ways you value the wrong things. And yet sometimes I might be nice to have a nice handbag. Mainly for the quality. Not as the status symbol, but like, I don't need another handbag. I mean, I like good quality things too, Drew, because no, liking good quality things is different to like wanting status symbols.
Wrong ideas. This is how that happened. This is how we got here. This is what we're gonna do about it. This is like his 12 rules for life, okay? So, okay, let's go. According to Nietzsche, there are 3 kinds of people.
Yes, same
Masters, slaves, and priests. Each group of people has their own morality, their own system of values. The masters are conquerors, doers, commanders. Think like ancient Romans, ancient Greeks, Vikings, warriors, aristocracy. The masters live by instinct. Sometimes that's an instinct for violence, it's true, but you know, that's just natural. The masters, they're authentic, they're dominant, they're driven, they take what they want, they value the here and the now, and they f*** hard. Every...
God.
living thing has this drive inside it, you see, called the will to power. That's how it's usually translated. A better translation might actually be the will to agency, or the...
Chat, this was the beginning of, are they a top or a bottom? Unironically.
Will to freedom, but the idea is that we all want to feel like we are in control of our lives. We all want to feel like we are powerful and that we are choosing our own destinies. The masters, they know this. They feel like that every single day. On the other hand, we have the slaves. They suck. They're not as strong as the masters. They don't conquer. They don't go out and fight. They're just, yeah, you know, betas, losers, incels, conquered peoples. But they still have the will to power inside, and they're frustrated because the Chad masters beat them every time. So what do? They get resentful. They get bitter, they get angry. They tell themselves, oh, it's not nature that put the masters on top. No, they aren't naturally better than us. They're on top because they choose to be evil. Not like us virtuous slaves. We choose to be good and kind. We're on the bottom because we choose to be nice guys. Not like the masters who are wicked. Cope. Slave morality is cope. That's what Nietzsche said, and it would have stayed cope too were it not for the priests. The priests are from the noble master.
Not the fucking woman as the priest.
Group, but they're not as strong as the other masters. They don't go out and fight and conquer, and they get resentful too. The priests come up with this elaborate system of beliefs according to which the real value of things is in the hereafter. It's not here based in the world. You forget about fighting and conquering and winning. That's bad, actually. You should feel guilty for doing that. You should feel ashamed for doing that stuff. We're back to the almond croissant again. The priests say that real virtue is in self-denial. The real virtue is in doing what the priests...
That's right.
Real virtue is No Nut November every month, forever. Is what I just heard.
Tell you to do, those experts. The real value of things is in what they say about objective reality. Instead of looking at the world from your perspective, seeing things through your own chadly eyes and obeying your instincts, that's how the priests express their will to power. That's how they keep the stronger masters under their control. And when the priests trick the slaves into taking up their beliefs, they team up against the masters. And what do you get? Jesus. Nietzsche hated Christianity.
Okay. You know, let me just put this in words that you can understand. We need an alliance between very hot women and gamers to bring us to Jesus. Well, it's not going to be Jesus this time. Would you like to form an alliance with me to rise up against this? It kind of looks like Trump, if you think about it. Okay? So, hot women plus enlightened gamers equals picture Jesus except hot sexy woman too. And then together we defeat the billionaires, okay?
Makes a virtue out of weakness and meekness and self-denial and sickness. Oh, the meek shall inherit the earth. Yeah, I bet they f***ing will. Right after they're done sucking the life out of everybody else. Just going on and on about charity and pity and their lies. That's right, he said it. He said it. Lies about heaven. God is dead, Nietzsche said. Nobody believes in him anymore. So why are we all still acting like Christian morality is a good idea? Junk, garbage, get rid of it, get it out of here. Do you know what that stuff does to you? It makes you degenerate. Technical philosophy term, not a Nazi thing. Maybe? Put a pin in that. We'll come back to that. I'm gonna come back to you, Hitler. Nietzsche said that Christianity
This is traumatizing.
gives you the feeling of power, like you've got all the right answers, but it doesn't give you any actual power. You're just following a set of resentful slave cope rules that are designed to keep you down and squash all your desires down inside you by calling it sin. So you waste your whole life suppressing your own childly instincts, all to get into a heaven that isn't even there. And someday...
That's right. You're all going to have to... Okay, so new plan. Hot, sexy women, still priests. Gamers also have to have some sort of philosophical, psychological transformation into semi-chads. And then we have to work together to create new cheeses, like baby cheeses, like a Baby Bell cheese, perhaps. And then we can go after the billionaires. Perhaps.
Soon, we're all gonna realize this. Someday, the ultimate based Chad, the Ubermensch, the Overman, is gonna come and redeem all of society from this bloodless, brainless, hopeless, gutless, spineless, boneless, godless, sexless, loveless waste of my mother time! It's good. Do I have pastry on my face? Yeah. Come here. Did any of that actually happen? Like when Nietzsche talks about masters and slaves and priests, like, is that meant to be history? What time period did that take place in? Nietzsche doesn't provide any citations, like at all.
Oh, he was just having a little thinky think.
Is the will to power, is that a real thing that psychologists could study and perform experiments on? Again, no citations. Citations are for slaves. That's slave morality.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, citations are for slaves. Oh, don't let the right catch on. That's so funny. I'm fucking dead. Oh, God.
Stuff. Objective reality, that's just how the priests trick you. This is a subjective vibes only party. And if you don't like it, then personal psychological transformation. Just become a better subject. Do you know what else is nationalism? Doing what the government tells you to do. Joining a herd instead of asserting yourself as an individual. Nah. Nationalism is just a trick by the rich to sell you more maps and guns and wars and scapegoating other people for your problems instead of undertaking an individual transformation of your own mind. Honestly, I'm just about ready to call it, you know? I think he's woke. I think we can give this guy the Congressional Medal of Wokeness. But let's put it to the test, okay? Because do you know what the absolute epitome of wokeness is? The wokeness par none? What's that expression? Par excellence? Par sine qua non? But let's put it to the test, because do you know what the absolute apotheosis of wokeness is? The absolute supreme woke position? That's right. We're gonna go there. Trans. I'm gonna make a Nietzschean argument for transness. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. Let's go. Some people say that being trans is a curse. They think it's weird or bad, that we should just assimilate. There's a lot of focus on victimhood and pain. Catholic Church, they hate that. But, telling the government to call you by a different name, changing your own body, that's not joining a herd. That's asserting yourself as an individual. That's performing a genealogy of your own values. That's a personal psychological transformation if I've ever seen one. Over, man? Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty over it. For centuries, they've called us weird or mad or perverts. That was the dominant morality. I mean, look at what they're doing now. They're trying to use the entire force of the United States government to stop us, and they still can't do it. But when you transition, you say, all of those people are wrong, and this is sick. Actually, let me ride the lightning, let me gamble it all, and when I get to heaven, God better call me by she, her pronouns, or I'm not going in. You see? It works. He's woke. I'm calling it for woke. Let's go, let's find out.
That was actually quite funny.
What? Okay, so there is a lot of anti-Semitism in Nietzsche. The priests are consistently identified with Jews. The masters are consistently identified with blonde Aryans. Like he literally does call them that. Nietzsche criticizes Christianity a lot, but a lot of his criticism is saying that Christianity is a vehicle for Jewish people to trick everyone and take over the world. And that's definitely not woke. It's giving Hitler. It's giving.
Not chat. We live in a timeline where we say it's giving Hitler. And it's unironically true. Like, God. Language, what have we done? It's so crazy how language changes over time.
Hitler? This is where the unpublished stuff is helpful. In his private notes, Nietzsche praises an Indian book called The Law of Manu, as translated by a French guy called Louis Jacqueliot. That's not a bad photo because my printer fucked up. Louis Jacqueliot in real life was just a very low-resolution man. In his translation of The Law of Manu, Louis Jacqueliot added a bunch of footnotes that he made up. For example, he says that Jewish people and Chinese people are descendants of an ancient Indian mongrel caste called Chandala, who, because they had mixed breeding and mixed blood, they had inferior morals and intellect. Whereas...
Oh my god. We really didn't know how genetics worked at all, did we? Like, you only have to look at inbreeding for a few generations to be like, perhaps we should stop doing that. Like, legit. Aww.
White Europeans are descended from a purer Aryan caste of ancient Indian society, and so they had better minds, better morals, better men. That's all gibberish. None of that ever happened. But Nietzsche ate it up. In his private notes, he uses that word, Chandala, to refer to Jewish people. And he also did it in his book, Twilight of the Idols. If you read the genealogy, he is like constantly bashing Jewish people. Now, some philosophers say that we should take all of that stuff as just a metaphor, that he doesn't really mean Jews when he says the word Jew.
I'm gonna guess that's probably not the case. Men have this tendency to just say what they mean.
But like, I mean, in this book, he says that the slaves had different skull shapes than the masters. He says black people can't feel pain as much. He uses the word Chinese as a synonym for uniform mediocrity.
Oh, God.
Elsewhere in his work, he just like explicitly defends eugenics. You can't tell me all of that stuff as a metaphor. Like, the clearest bits of Nietzsche's writing are the bits where he's just being a massive racist. You see, Nietzsche is often sold as self-help, like achieving a personal transformation, the Jordan Peterson stuff. But he is very explicit that not everyone can achieve the kind of psychological transformation he prescribes. Only people of certain races. Here's a quote from Nietzsche's book, Beyond Good and Evil. A capacity for philosophy, taking that word in its great sense, one has only by virtue of one's origins. One's ancestors, one's blood, decide here too. Here's a quote from his book, The Gay Science. Behind the highest value judgments that have hitherto guided the history of thought, there are concealed misunderstandings of the physical constitution, of individuals or classes, or even whole races. All those bold insanities of metaphysics, especially answers to the question about the value of existence, may always be considered, first of all, as the symptoms of certain bodies. So here,
yeah.
Nietzsche is saying that your values, the things that we are supposed to transform, comes down to what race you are, which he thinks is a biological category. It follows then that if you are a white Aryan, then you can value good things and you can transform yourself, whereas if you are pretty much anybody else, especially Jewish, then you are essentially morally, spiritually, and biologically diseased. Again, it's giving Hitler. It's giving Hitler. And also, not that this is the worst part of this by any means, but it's also pretty hypocritical. Nietzsche criticized Christianity for giving people a false story that stunts our critical development, and here he is doing the exact same thing. I mean, all that's...
Wow, a white man unable to see beyond his own life experience. That's so crazy. And being confident enough to write about it as like some sort of collective human truth. Wow, that's so unique. I'm so glad that stopped happening.
Stuff about magic blood and Chandala, that's all too. But, in the genealogy, Nietzsche also criticizes anti-Semites. Uh-oh! Secretly woke all along? Well, here's where we need some historical context. These days, anti-Semitism means anti-Jewish prejudice generally, but when Nietzsche was alive in Germany at the tail end of the 19th century, anti-Semites referred to a specific group of people. The anti-Semites, capital A, capital S. They were a political movement. They opposed equal rights for Jews, they wanted Jews to be deported, and they hated the German Liberal Party. Nietzsche did hate the anti-Semites, and he did criticize them publicly, but not because of any of that stuff. The real reason was much funnier and much more petty. Nietzsche's publisher was part of the anti-Semite movement, and we know from his private letters that Nietzsche thought his publisher wasn't selling enough of his books because he was spending too much time on that. So that's why he didn't like them. Also, Nietzsche's sister Elizabeth married a guy named Bernard Forster, who was big in the anti-Semite movement, and Nietzsche didn't like that Bernard was coming between him and his sister.
Yeah, no, he didn't like that this guy had a fucking better beard. What a petty fucking little man. What a petty fucking little dweeb.
So he criticized.
Man's just like, oh, I gotta grow a beard this good. Fuck you, and fuck everybody you've ever associated with. I'm not insecure. What do you mean I'm insecure? Fuck you.
So for that, Elizabeth edited and published some of the books that now bear Nietzsche's name. So after World War II, there was a bit of an attempt to pin the anti-Semitic stuff on her. We're opening up a whole new frontier on the board now. Was Elizabeth woke? Elizabeth and her husband Bernard were big into the anti-Semite movement. In 1887, they moved to Paraguay to start a racially pure Aryan colony away.
Oh dear.
From Jews. Bernard killed himself. Score one for the Jews, I guess. And after that, Elizabeth comes back to Germany to take care of her brother, who by that point had gone insane. Elizabeth lived for another 3 decades managing the Nietzsche archive. She was a big fan of Mussolini and also of Hitler. Hitler's really like tying this whole board together. All roads just lead directly to Hitler. It's like a History Channel documentary. Whilst Elizabeth was managing the Nietzsche archive and doing all that editing and publishing, she may have engaged in some light forgery and also prevented the publication of certain materials. So that's where this idea comes from that, oh, actually...
Oh, Evan, in case you don't know, a lot of philosophy, or at least Western philosophy, was written by white men who were really hard done by in life. Early philosophy was basically the 4chan of the time. These people couldn't get sex, so they wrote out their feelings, fueled with hatred, onto paper.
She was behind all the anti-Semitic stuff. However, the material that Elizabeth forged was more personal than political. Basically, she tried to make it seem like she and her brother were closer towards the end.
Yes, Cece, it's actually just white men journaling with confidence. Sparkling confidence, okay? Right? That's what it is. It's like journaling, but with confidence. Like, how could you ever be wrong? You're a man. Okay? You don't even question.
End of his career than they really were, and that's about it. At least according to American scholar Robert Hulb and his book Nietzsche's Jewish Problem. So the anti-Semitic stuff, that wasn't invented by somebody else. That's all original. Nietzsche did believe that Jews were racially inferior. He thought they were an immoral and corrupting influence on society, and he saw the Jewish question, i.e., what are we going to do with all these Jews, as a legit political issue. He wavered a bit on his preferred answer to that, but I mean, there's not really a good answer there, is there? It's giving Hitler? 1933, the Nazis get elected. Elizabeth probably voted Hitler, though there's no way of knowing for sure. But in a letter she wrote from the same year, she said that she liked Hitler, but didn't approve of all the anti-Semitism stuff, which she blamed on Joseph Goebbels. Incredible. Well, obviously I don't approve of all of his extreme rhetoric on social issues, but I've got to defend my money against the communists, so yeah, I voted for Hitler. He's going to make Germany strong again. Hitler gave Elizabeth a whole bunch of money to manage the Nietzsche archives. Elizabeth dies of old age in 1935. Hitler came to her funeral, and that colony in Paraguay is still there.
Shut up! What?
According to this New York Times article that I found from 2013, it is now a pretty normal, just normal town of about 6,000 Paraguayan people. Congratulations to the Aryan master race on that stunning achievement. I really don't think it's looking good for Friedrich Nietzsche. I mean, he was really racist, he was really anti-Semitic, he didn't like women, he didn't like equality, he didn't like democracy, he openly approved of eugenics. I'm loading the cancel gun. Could we mount a last-minute defense for woke Nietzsche? Could we say, it was a different time, you know? People back then, they didn't know racism was bad. Wokeness hadn't been invented yet. Wokeness, as we all know, was invented by the CIA in 2016 to prevent Bernie Sanders from becoming president. But here's the thing. Some people back then did know that racism was bad. They were called racial minorities, and they weren't listened to because...
God, chat, just imagine there's a timeline out there where Bernie Sanders got in. Oh, maybe I will have a little maladaptive daydream. Maybe I will have a little maladaptive daydream later. Yeah, maybe I will.
Because of all the racism. Checkmate. I don't know, in all seriousness though, I just don't think we do ourselves any favors by pretending that this stuff isn't in the text. But it's now time to open the envelope and find out the answer. Here we go. Oh man, oh geez. It's gonna say he's not woke. It's gonna say not woke. I put so much money on woke. Oh my god. Oh my god. Surprise! I'm not here to cancel Friedrich Nietzsche. He's been dead for, like, what, 120 years? He's already been cancelled by pneumonia. We can acknowledge...
Hey, oh no. Oh man, that's how you know I'm a great philosopher, chat, because I almost got cancelled by pneumonia too. Oh my god. I really am just incredible. Do you know what I mean? Wow. That's so crazy.
All of the wild racist stuff that he said whilst still getting something out of the good bits. I mean, clearly. But the reason I framed things this way is there's this whole genre of content on YouTube now that is dedicated to telling you whether things are woke or unwoke. I mean, like video games and movies and, oh my god. Star Wars, so many grown men are so angry about woke Star Wars, especially since I was in it. So much of the media cycle now is this like woke, anti-woke clash. The philosopher Wendy Brown says that this woke versus anti-woke, like DEI moral panic, is a symptom of cultural nihilism. It's a sign that values are losing their value.
It does feel like that.
Everything has become commercialized.
Everything feels like an ad. It does. Like, everything feels like an ad. Everything feels like a purchase. Everything feels like a transaction.
Ethics, which is just reduced to branding, to content. So how do we fight this? I mean, something's gone wrong with society. We've gone off the rails. We're valuing the wrong things. How do we combat this cultural nihilism? Well, do you know who is actually fighting cultural nihilism? The MAGA movement. They're actually some of the only people who are...
If you insist.
Wait, why did I get $5 then? Because it's a transaction? What did I do?
Not even talking about it. So that's what we are going to talk about. Next time, was Nietzsche MAGA? You can see that video right now, ad-free and uncensored, by clicking the link in the description and going to Nebula.
What an
Not only
ad.
do all of my videos get posted to Nebula early, but you can also get Nebula originals there, like documentaries and short films that you can't get anywhere else. The YouTuber Tom Nicholas recently made a documentary called Boomers about why so many people in charge of politics are really, really old. You can find that exclusively on Nebula. Last year, I made a short film about vampires called Dracula's Ex-Girlfriend. You can find that there too. Nebula is owned collectively by the creators who are on it. I own part of Nebula's parent company. That's why I trust them and why I don't accept sponsorships from anyone else. If you click that link in the description, then you get a discount and I get a cut of your subscription. That is the way that that deal works. So if you click that link, you'll not only get early access to awesome ad-free content and exclusive content, you'll be supporting a really genuinely cool collective media project that is quite unlike anything else on YouTube right now. That's all from me. Catch you next time. Come on, Hitler.
Oh my god, look how long the credits are these days. That was really good. I enjoyed that a lot, actually. Yeah, they're all Patreon supporters. I do enjoy classical music. That's really good. Why must I suffer with allergies? Why? In 200 years, the Beatles will be classical music. It's true, they might be. Chat, would you like a couple of songs before I take my very sleepy ass to bed? Oh, there's new Sabrina Carpenter, but I don't know how it goes yet. But we'll make it up, shall we? Oh, what a gift to be reading you as the glass half full version of me. I don't know it yet. That was easier than I'm now. Would have folded, but I can now. Or they say this emotion should be kind, but I couldn't make it any harder to love me. Your arms
Well, you can thank them for a while, so goddamn reactionary. For the graveyard in my stomach, filled with pivotal formative comments. Meanwhile, you're just trying to tell me I look nice. I couldn't make it any harder to love me. Your arms are reaching and your eager heart is throbbing. I know you're frustrated 'cause I will not let you touch me. You say you can take it, but you don't know how hard I can make it. I don't know this song at all. I don't even think it's close to how it goes, but we'll find out. I couldn't make it any harder to love me. One day, believe me, you want somebody that makes it easy. I need to listen to that song a few more times before I actually know how it goes. But it's another one to add to the list. You're too nice, chat. I don't think I'll be able to sing this, but I really feel like singing it anyway, so just deal. Guess mine is not the first heartbroken. My eyes are not the first to cry. I'm not the first to know. There's just no getting over you. You know, I'm just a fool who's willing to sit around and wait for you. But baby, can't you see? There's nothing else for me to do. I'm hopelessly devoted to you. But now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside. I'm out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. My head is saying, fool, forget him. My heart is saying, don't let go. Hold on to the end. That's what I intend to do. I'm hopelessly devoted to you. But now
Rough. Oh well. Still, I just felt like singing it.
Oh, okay.
Or the rowboats.
Sure.
All the rowboats and the paintings, they keep trying to row away. And the captain's worried faces, they contorted and staring at the waves. They'll keep hanging in their gold frames for forever, forever and a day. All the rowboats and oil paintings, they keep trying to row away, row away. Hear them whispering French and German, Dutch, Italian and Latin. When no one's looking, I touch a sculpture, marble, golden, soft as satin. But the most special or the most lonely, God, I pity the violins. In glass coffins, they keep coughing. They're forgotten, forgotten how to sing, how to sing. First there's lights out, then there's lockup. Masterpieces serving maximum sentences. It's their own fault for being timeless. There's a price to pay and a consequence. All the galleries, the museums, here's your ticket, welcome to the tombs. They're just public mausoleums. The living dead fill every room. But the most special and the most lonely, God, I pity the violins. In glass coffins, they keep coughing. They're forgotten, forgotten how to sing. They will stay there in their gold frames for forever, forever and a day. All the rowboats and oil paintings, they keep trying to row away, row away. First there's lights out, then there's lockup. Masterpieces serving maximum sentences. It's their own fault for being timeless. There's a price to pay and a consequence. All the galleries, the museums, they will stay there forever and a day. All the rowboats in oil paintings, they keep trying to row away, row away. All the rowboats in oil paintings, they keep trying to row away. Thanks, Mapuggies, for the request. You're very welcome. Thanks for the roses, everyone. Robots, it's freezing outside. It was warm here today. It was quite a nice day, actually. We hereby conduct this post-mortem. He was a hothouse flower to my outdoor
outdoorsmen. Our melodies were such we could not cure them, and so a touch that was my birthright became foreign. Come one, come all, it's happening again. The empathetic hunger descends, will tell no one except all of our friends. We must know, how did it end? Oh, oh, oh. We were blind to unforeseen circumstances. We learned the right steps to different dances, and fell victim to interlopers' glances. Lost the game of chance, what were the chances? Still now go home to their husbands, smug cause they know they can trust him, them feverishly calling their cousins. Guess who we ran into at the shops, walking in circles like she was lost. Didn't you hear? They called it all off, one gasp, and then how did it end? Say it once again with feeling, how the death rattle breathing silenced as the soul was leaving, the deflation of our dreaming, leaving me bereft and reeling, my beloved ghost and me, sitting in a tree, D-Y-I-N-G. It's happening again. How did it end? I can't pretend like I understand. How did it end? Come one, come all, it's happening again. The empathetic hunger descends, will tell no one except all of our friends, but I still don't know, how did it end? I love the bridge of that song so much.
Gorgeous.
Oh, I'd love to sing that one. Should take it as a compliment that I got drunk and made fun of the way you talk. You should think about the consequence of your magnetic field being a little too strong. And I got a boyfriend, he's older than us. He's in the club doing I don't know what. You're so cool, it makes me hate you so much. Hate you so much. Whiskey on ice, sunset and vine. You've ruined my life by not being mine. You're so gorgeous, I can't say anything to your face, 'cause look at your face. And I'm so furious at you for making me feel this way. But what can I say? You're gorgeous. You should take it as a compliment that I'm talking to everyone here but you.
You should think about the consequence of you touching my hand in a darkened room. Dark room. Yeah, if you've got a girlfriend, I'm jealous of her. But if you're single, that's honestly worse. Cause you're so gorgeous, it actually hurts. Ocean blue eyes looking in mine. I feel like I might sink and drown and die. Cause you're so gorgeous, I can't say anything to your face. Cause look at your face. And I'm so furious at you for making me feel this way. But what can I say? You're gorgeous. You make me happy, it turns big to sad. There's nothing I hate more than what I can have. You're so gorgeous, it makes me so mad. You make me so happy, it turns back to sad. What I can't have, guess I just stumble on home to my cats. Alone, unless you wanna come along. You're so gorgeous, I can't say anything to your face. Cause look at that face. And I'm so furious at you for making me feel this way. But what can I say? You're gorgeous, you make me so happy, it turns back to sad. There's nothing I hate more than what I can have. You are so gorgeous. You're gorgeous, you make me so happy, it turns back to sad. There's nothing I hate more than what I can have. You are so gorgeous, it makes me so mad. You're gorgeous. Thanks for the request, my poggies. I didn't think you'd understand me. How could you ever even try? Oh God. I don't wanna tiptoe, but I don't wanna hide. But I don't wanna feed this monstrous fire. Just wanna let this story die. And I'll be alright. We can be friends, but I like to just pretend. You cling to your papers and pens. Wait until you like me again. I'll wait for your love, my love. I'll wait for your love. Me and my truth, we sit in silence. Baby girl, it's just me and you. Cause I don't wanna argue, but I don't wanna bite my tongue and think I'd rather die. You got me misunderstood, but at least I look this good. We can be friends, but I like to just pretend. You cling to your papers and pens. Wait until you like me again. I'll wait for your love, my love. I'll wait for your love. I'll wait for your love, my love. I'll wait for you like me again. Wait for your love, my love. I'll wait for your love. I'll wait for your love, my love. I'll wait for your 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 love, love. I'll wait for your love. I'll wait for your love. I think this is gonna be my last one, chat. In a perfect world, I wouldn't have met you at all. In a perfect world, I would have said hi and moved on. Unfortunately, I'm too wrong. I don't know anything about love and its foolish tendencies. And just like Chad, I tend to fall in love too easily. In a perfect world, I'd live out my days by the sea. In a light blue cottage, just the sand, the ocean, and me. Unfortunately, I'm too romantic, dramatic for that reality. I go ahead and just like Chet, I fall in love too easily. Why did you put me through 11 months of you're so pretty as I misuse? It's absurd what even occurred between autumn and spring. If you never loved me. In a perfect world, I wouldn't have met you that night. Would have stayed with my friends and danced till the morning light. Unfortunately, I can't trust anybody that tells me anything. I go ahead and just like that, I fall a little hard and fast. I feel it, and just like Chad, I fall in love too easily.
Thanks for hanging out tonight, you guys. I hope you all have a very nice Tuesday. Well, Monday for some of you. I will be back tomorrow night, Real Talk Tuesday. Same shit, different day. I again have a lot of jobs to do tomorrow though, so I need you all to send some good vibes my way that I get a good sleep tonight. I need you to send love to my little dog. God, there is just nothing more beautiful than a sleeping dog. Like, I just look at her and I feel overwhelming amounts of love. Like, she really is. Most of the time, she is so patient while I stream. Like, she really is just such a good girl. Most of the time while I'm streaming. Like, for real. Oh. Oh, she woke up to good girl. Chat, thanks for hitting both the goals tonight. Sorry for bribing you. Also, sorry, not sorry. I'm so grateful. I'm working a lot before I go away so that you don't forget me. So, I'm really grateful. What the hell you sing? I sing at the end of every stream to cope with the bullshit that you witnessed. It's the general. Yeah, well, I do politics to start with, and then I sing to cope with having to do politics. You know, I'm a mixed bag. A rich tapestry, some might say. I do my best. Pound, I don't watch very many streams. Yeah, that's not a thing. If you're here to network, yeah, that's not my thing. I am too busy. And I don't like Fortnite. I did used to play PUBG. Ah, the good old days. Chad, I'll send you over to Kate. If it loads. No, thank you. Thanks for hanging out, Vic. Thanks, Calm. Oh, wait, Calm, are you saying hello or goodbye? Night, guys. Be good to yourselves. Drink water. Take your vitamins. If you're saying mean shit in your head that you wouldn't say out loud, try stop doing that. Be a little kinder to yourself in your head today, for me. Because can't get anywhere if you're mean to yourself. Can't hate yourself into loving yourself. Just gotta love yourself. Not in that way. You know what I mean? I'll see you tomorrow.